this morning. Tata Power is the stock in focus. The Brihanmumbai electric supply, that's BEST, has extended the power purchase agreement with Tata Power. The extension is for 5 years, and it is for 677 megawatts supplied from its Trombay thermal and hydro plants. To discuss these and other issues, Praveer Sinha, Managing Director and CEO of Tata Power, joins us on the phone line. Good morning, Mr. Sinha. First up, a very happy 2019 to you and everyone at Tata Power and your family.
Yes. Thank you, and a very happy New Year to all of you.
Thank you, sir. Well, can we start by discussing this signing of the PPA delayed unnecessarily, I would think, but only 5 years, and what are the terms? Are they better than the previous terms in terms of price?
This extension is for the Trombay 3 units, which is Unit 5, a 500 megawatt unit, Unit 7, which is a 180 megawatt gas-based, and Unit 8, which is a 250 coal-based plant, and then the 3 hydro plants that we have. And this extension is for 5 years on the same terms and conditions, which means that it is on a cost-plus system, and under Section 62, whereby whatever are the fixed cost and the variable cost becomes a pass-through. And that's the model that has been going on for many years. But
isn't it normally longer than 5 years? That looks like an unusually short term.
Basically, this PPA earlier was for 25 years, which expired in March 2018, got extended by another year, and now the PPA is for 5 years for this combination. However, what BEST is also looking, and what is important for Mumbai city, is that it needs embedded generation to ensure reliability of supply. So what will typically happen is that the Unit 5, which is nearly 33 years old now, it has the end of life maybe after 5 years, but the other units will continue. That means Unit 7, 8 and the hydro will continue, because they are again very low cost power, and it provides reliable power to Mumbai city. So that will definitely continue for perpetuity, or at least for next 20 years that we look at it. But definitely the Unit 5, which is coming to the end of its life, another 5 years, and maybe one more block of 5 years, but thereafter it would be difficult to sustain the operation.
Okay. Mr. Sinha, good morning. Can you tell us a little bit about what the pipeline for distribution leases are looking like, say, over the next 6 to 12 months? I think you bid for the same distribution lease that CESC and Torrent Power bagged some time back. So can you tell us what your own pipeline is looking like?
We have recently bid for Odisha, where there are just 2 bidders. Apart from us, IPCL is there, which is part of the 3 capital. And we expect whenever the decision is there, because it considers both the technical aspects and the financial aspects, we should be able to get that distribution license. And it's a public-private partnership with the Odisha government. So that's definitely something which is there on the table. We also expect that large-scale distribution exercise will go on. Rajasthan did very good experimentation with 4 franchisees year before last, and with the new government in place, we expect that based on the good experience that they had and the savings that the state discoms accrued, they will go for some more cities like Jaipur, Jodhpur, Udaipur, and some of the other larger cities in Rajasthan. We also expect some of the states like Jharkhand and UP also to come up with franchisee opportunities or PPP opportunities. And we expect all this to pick up pace after the parliament election. So there is a huge appreciation that distribution reforms is very necessary, and we can contribute because of our technology, knowledge, and the domain experience that we have in this space.
Okay, well, Maharashtra, of course, lent out Maligaon, which CESC bagged. Is there anything that is imminent, sir? I mean, these are, what you're talking about, Rajasthan, are potential plans after the success at Ajmer. But anyone has already bid like Orissa? Or called for bids?
There were only two bids, Tata Power and IPCL.
Yeah, no, that is Orissa. Is there any other state or discom that has called for bids?
No one else. But from what we understand, that in Odisha, after the CESU bid, the other three, that is the western and northern and southern discom, which earlier was given to another private entity and was subsequently terminated 3 years back, that will also come up for bidding. So definitely there is a huge pipeline of distribution, privatization of franchisee, which will come up in next 1.5 years.
Can you update us on Mundra as well, sir? I mean, the Supreme Court, I thought, gave 8 weeks, but the CERC has not, we have not heard anything from the parties approaching CERC and allowing a higher tariff.
What has happened after the Supreme Court judgment, all the states started initiating the process of modifying the PPA and also taking a call of taking it to the cabinet and getting respective government approvals. The first approval came from government of Gujarat, which came around end of November, beginning December, and based on that, that became the basis for other 4 states to look at it. Maharashtra, Punjab, Haryana, they had discussions and they went through the whole detail, the HPC report as well as the amendment and changes. They have a process of taking it to various departments within the government, including the energy department, planning, finance, and then going to the cabinet. So in each of these states, it is progressing well. Rajasthan had elections and then the new government is in place. They have also initiated the process. So I would say that all the states are working towards coming to a decision on the amendment, and we expect that this will happen quite soon, that they will all agree and go to the CERC for approval.
Okay. I wanted to also ask you about the coal availability situation, but before that, just a follow-up on Odisha distribution lease. By when can we expect that to come through?
We were expecting that by February this will be decided, but this is also election time and many of the governments are a little cautious and they want to wait for the elections to be over. But our expectation is that by February end it should happen. Okay. Otherwise this will happen immediately after the election.
Okay. And on coal availability, I mean, any improvement that we've seen at all on the situation?
Yeah, the last 2 months the coal availability has improved. We've also taken steps for importing certain consignments of coal. But generally the coal availability in last 2 months has improved because during the monsoon period most of the open cast mines were flooded and the availability was drastically reduced. But we have now a good stock in all our power plants.
Okay. Any more distressed coal plants you are applying for after Prayagraj?
Well, we continue to examine many of these proposals, and since
nothing imminent?
Nothing immediate, but maybe another 2-3 months we should be able to come back.
Okay. Just a final question, Mr. Sinha. There are a lot of positive developments in the sense the PPAs could be, the price of the PPAs could be upped for Mundra, as well more distribution contracts. When will it tell in the PPA, in your P&L? Do we see improvement in Q3, in Q4, or only in FY20?
The impact will actually happen in FY20 because in all these things, for them to really get reflected, it will take some time. It will not happen in Q3 or Q4 immediately, but yes, definitely we expect a huge improvement going forward.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Mr. Sinha, thank you very much, and once again have a great 2019. Well, we have to take a break, but just a word on the markets. They've just lost a little bit, about probably 20 basis across the board, but not a great deal, and the bank nifty is still holding high.
The mid caps have lost a bit of a sheen because, you know, straight